Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope you all are in good health. This is Pakistan International School Taib's virtual learning system, and I welcome you all in science class of grade 6. Once again, we are here. We will see and study chapter number 1, cellular organization of plants and animals. And today's topic is animal and plant cell. I am Miss Shazia. So let's get started. You see some diagrams of plant cell and animal cell structure. You see lots of differences are there. Their structure is different and there are some organelles which are present here. So we will see the structure of plants and animals cell as well as their differences in this topic. So you'll see here animal and plant cell. You see, animal cells and plant cells are similar in many features, but a few differences are there. What type of similar features are there and what are the differences? We will see in the last of this topic, but right now you just see these two diagrams and you can see the difference. For example, this is what? This is rounded structure. This is animal cell and this is what? This is plant cell. You see, there are some organelles which are present inside the plant animal cell, but that is they are not present in plant cell. You see here, this is centriole. Here it is not present. Here are chloroplast, and they are not present here. You see small blue colored circles. These circles are not. There are so many in animal cell, but that is only one in plant cell. So let's talk about all the structures different one by one. See here, the first one is cell wall. When you see cell wall, so what is mentioned here, it is the outermost covering. Definitely it is the outermost covering of plant cell. Only plant cell? Yes, that is present only outside the plant cell. That is not present in animal cell. Why? We'll see here. Because it is made up of a hard material or hard chemical or hard substance that is called cellulose, and that cellulose gives the cell harder and stiff structure. Because it has to stand outside, the plants have to stand outside for all of their life. There is no protection for them from outside environment. There is hot, cold, rain, wind, and lots of things which can sometimes break the plants, but sometimes the plants can bear all these situations. That is especially cellulose, which keep the cells stiff and hard. So the cell wall, what does it function? Its function is support to the cell, and it gives the shape to the cell. You see, animal cell is of different kinds as well as its body is soft. But due to the cell wall, plant cell is having proper shape as well as it gives support to the plants. That is not present in animal cells. Can you explain why a plant body is so hard and animal's body is not? We have discussed here due to this cell wall and the material which is present in the cell wall, that is called cellulose. Okay, the next one is cell membrane. Cell membrane, you see outside of this animal cell, this one is cell membrane, this one. And in plant cell, because outside is a cell wall, so inner to the cell wall we are having this cell membrane. You see this one, this one, this one. And it is also present in plant cell, but next to the cell wall. Outer is cell wall and inner one is cell membrane. Membrane means what? Membrane means a layer, a covering, and of what? Of cells. So cell membrane, what does it function? It controls the movement of materials in and out of the cell. For example, this is a cell. So cell membrane controls the movement of material inside and outside and inside and outside of the cell. Some molecules can enter through this cell membrane and some can go outside. Where there is more water absorbed by the cell, it removes through the cell membrane. When it needs the water, glucose, and some other materials can come inside the cell. So let's think about that many tiny holes are present in cell membrane. What is the purpose of these holes? These holes which are present here, like in the cell membrane, these are actually what? These are proteins. And these proteins, they help these cells, they make holes in that so that bigger molecules can enter into the cell. Because cell membrane itself does not having any holes, so just other things are absorbed in that. So it is having some proteins like structure so that materials can be, big molecules can be entered into the cell and go out of the cell. Its third part is cells. We are studying cell structure, and the first one is cell wall, the other one is cell membrane, and the third structure is cytoplasm. So cytoplasm is actually jelly-like material which is present inside the cell membrane, that is called cytoplasm. Like you can assume a jelly in the bowl, and that jelly, if we put some raisins, some nuts in that, so we can just resemble the cell, the cytoplasm with the jelly in the bowl. Because jelly and like it is cytoplasm is quite a thicker substance. Like this, this lighter color, the bluish colors, they are all seems to be lighter in color, and they are, that is jelly like substance. And you see all these parts, small parts and organelles, they they are placed in this jelly like substance. For example, if there is no jelly-like substance, so that is an empty room, there is no air or no water, so they can die. They will die, definitely. So that jelly-like substance which is present in the cell, that is cytoplasm, and that is that contains actually water and some other chemical substances, and many organelles are present in the cell. We will talk about these organelles later on after studying nucleus. The fourth very important part of this um, cell, whether the plant or animal cell, we are having nucleus. So the most important part of the cell is its nucleus. And what is its function? It controls all the activities of the cell. As your brain um, controls your body, so that's why the nucleus controls the cells, all the functions, activities of the cells. And that's why this nucleus is said to be the brain of the cell. So nucleus is the control center of the cell, like it controls whole of the body, and it is having some parts also. Number one, that a thin membrane called a nuclear membrane, like cell membrane, surrounds the nucleus. So if you see this one, very thin membrane that also surrounds uh, the nucleus, because nucleus also having certain nuclear organelles, and these organelles must keep inside the nucleus. That's why that is covered by nuclear membrane. Membrane means covering, and nuclear means nucleus covering. Okay, the next one is many thread-like structures are present in the cell, in the nucleus of the cell. They are chromosomes. Chromosomes, what are these? You see these thread-like structures? These thread-like structures are actually called what? Chromosomes. The chromosomes pass on the characteristics of the cell to new cells. Like how it is happen, like this is for example a plant cell, and it is nucleus having the chromosomes. So when the cell divides like this, because cell divides into two equal parts, and these equal parts become will become again two new cells. And so these chromosomes also divide with the cell and with the nucleus. And when the chromosomes divide, so it means the characters and the qualities which are present in any type of cell or any type of organisms, they are divided into distributed into the other cells as well, and they transfer those characteristics. So every living organism is having fixed number of chromosomes. For example, 46. We cannot increase or decrease. Naturally or suddenly that can be happen, but the organism is not normal in that condition. So what would happen? Let's think about that. What would happen if a cell uh, removes the nucleus? So what will happen? Definitely, because it is control center, so cell will not function, will not work, and will die. Yes, let's talk about some cell organelles which are present in the cell. Later on, we will see its detailed structures as well. So endoplasmic reticulum, endo means inside, plasmic means in the cytoplasm. They are network of channels because they are channel-like structures, and they pass on through all the cells, and they take some materials from one place to another. Channels, roads, and pathways. Number two is mitochondria. Mitochondria, simply it provides energy to the cell, but that is not actually simple process. You will study in next chapters as well. Chloroplast. Chloroplasts are the parts of plants that contain chlorophyll. Chloro means it is the combination of two Greek words. Chloros, it means green, and plastos means form. So they are the structures which are having a green pigment in it. Pigment means green chemicals which give the green color to the plants. That name is chlorophyll. That must be remembered to you. The chlorophyll keeps the plants green, and that chlorophyll traps the energy from the sun, and plants use that energy to make food. That process is called photosynthesis. We will study in the next chapters, inshallah. Number 4, vacuoles. Vacuoles are like we are having um, some we can say some sacks, some shopping bags like structures in which you can store the things. So it is like that, and it stores what type of things? Waste materials, waters, air, and food particles in it. So you see this one is big, so it means it is present in plant cell. So in plant cell, a single large vacuole is present, but in animal cells, many small vacuoles are present. Let's see the next one, centrioles. Centrioles means it is present in the center with the nucleus on the side of the nucleus, at the side of the nucleus. So they are two in number. You see this one and this one, they placed with one another, and they're present near to the nucleus, and that helps in the cell division. Like you see, when the cell divides into two equal halves, so they help in the cell division. Let's take a look on these diagrams. This is what? Yes, endoplasmic reticulum. These are channel-like structures, you see? Yes. So that like brings the material from nucleus, and it can like transport that material at any part of the cell. It just spread all through the cell. Next one is mitochondria. When you see mitochondria, you see it is oval disc-like structure, and it gives us energy, and it is present in plant and animal cells as well. Next we'll see that is chloroplast. Chloroplast, I will tell you, chloro means green. So look, this is the form, this is the structure which is having green pigment, chlorophyll. Due to that chlorophyll, the plants are green. So there are many, many in number in one cell, in the plant cell. Look, this one, centriole, these are two. And when you see from upper side, it looks like steric-like structures, and they are present near to the nucleus in animal cell. This is not present, centrioles are not present in plant cells, because cells in plant cells divided differently as at animal cells. So now see this one. This is large vacuole is present in that. So guess which type of cell is this? Yes, a plant cell. Now take a look on this structure, that is nucleus. Actually cell is not drawn there, just nucleus is there. You see these are nuclear pores, and the things comes in and out, and this is nucleus that is having different functions, formation of ribosomes. This is chromatin material. Chromatin's other name is chromosomes, and chromosomes we can see under the microscope. That is nuclear membrane, and that is nucleoplasm. Like cytoplasm, we are having gel-like substance in the nucleus as well. So we are at the last topic. This is actually activity which we'll do in the class. Inshallah, we will see plant and animal cells, plant cell as onion, and cheek cells of our cheeks. We will just see under the microscope. Look, the light is reflecting from here, and the person is looking from this. So we will see the differences. Let's talk about differences of plant and animal cell. So you guess. Yes, most of the organelles are same in both of the cells, but cell wall is present in plant cell, that is absent in animal cell. Next, number 2 is nucleus. Nucleus is at the side of plant cell due to large vacuole, and at the center of the animal cell. In plant cells, single large vacuole is present, but in animal cells, many vacuoles are present, small vacuoles. Number 4, chloroplasts are present in plants to give it green color and to carry out photosynthesis, but they are absent in animal cells. The last but not the least, centrioles. Centrioles are absent in plant cell, but they are present, like this one, they are present in animal cells. So this is your home activity. You can draw the diagrams and practice to draw animals and plant cells. Okay, this is assignment number 2. As I have mentioned before, that in number 1 and 2 we will do at the end of this chapter, because it is from the whole of the chapter. Question number 3 here, write the questions in detail. These are long questions. And number 1 we have done yesterday, and now we are gonna do number 2, and that is describe the structure of a plant cell Also draw it's labeled a diagram. Just this question is enough. Third we will do inshallah tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed and understood the lecture, as well as if you have any question related to the lecture or assignment, you can share me your comments in the group which is made for the class. Wish you all the best, dear students, and remember me in your prayers. Thank you.